Hello, this is Gloria. Welcome to Homestead Thursdays. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I've been doing in the kitchen. Let's get to it. All right, the first thing that I want to talk to you about is the dish in the back. I use peaches to make that dish. That is called Tennessee peach pudding. And I actually saw the recipe on Facebook. It's so strange because I was wondering if there was such a thing as peach pudding because I know Mario likes peaches. I know he likes banana pudding. And then I saw that. I tried it. Mario has tasted it. He likes it. I have not tried it yet since I'm still eating raw. I will pop this one into the freezer so that I can try it when I get off of my raw regimen. It was not hard to make. I will post that in case you might want to make it. All right. Next, I want to talk about the other dish that I made. That is Quinoa Chili. I will pack this for Mario's lunch this week. This was not hard to make either. It reminds me very much of the chili dish that I make, just not as many ingredients. And you just add quinoa. I topped it off with some vegan cheese, vegan cornbread. In that little cup, I will put some vegan sour cream, and I will just add some chopped up red onion. Mario has not tasted it yet. I, of course, have not tasted it yet either because it is cooked. So I will have to report back on the taste. Let me move along to some canning that I've done. All right, I'll talk about these two in the front. These both are corn cob jellies. This one over here is sweetened with regular sugar. This one right there is sweetened with monk fruit. The colors are a little bit different because when I made this recipe, I had 12 corn cobs, but for this recipe, I only had 6. So what I probably should have done was take those 12 corn cobs, added it with the 6 to maybe try to get a darker color. We have not tasted this yet. It has not set. You can see it. It's still pretty liquidy. In the canning groups, they say sometimes it can take up to 2 weeks for it to set. And if it does not set, I can do either of two things. I can cook it down some more, add some more pectin, and then recan it. Or I can just use it as a syrup. They say it tastes like honey or maybe even like apple honey. So we will report back on the taste. But I absolutely love the color. When I saw that months ago, I knew that I wanted to give it a try. All right, in the back, that is some crushed tomato and diced tomato that was actually left over from when I did this quinoa chili. And I did not have enough space in the freezer. So I got in one of my canning groups and I asked, is there a way that I can this store-bought tomatoes so that it can be shelf stable and it will not go to waste? They told me what to do. And it was not hard to do at all. And I actually have all types of tomatoes in the freezer. Okay. Sorry about that little fruit flies flying around. I've got marinara sauces. I have tomato sauces. I have tomato paste. And I'm actually going to be letting those thaw out so that I can can them and get some extra freezer space. All right. And this was very interesting because if you can tell, these two jars are very different. All right, this is actually a store-bought jar, some old pickles, and these are the ball canning jars. And I've learned that you can actually use these store-bought jars to do canning in. And so if it has that bubble, you can can it and it will seal up just like a regular jar. And I did a couple with just water in it. And I opened one and that seal was hard to break. So it is shelf stable. Let me go ahead and move on to some of the raw dishes that I've made. All right. This one, let's talk about the one in the back. That one right there in the back is a walnut taco mince. It's a little bit different. Normally I do Tabitha Brown's, but I thought I would venture out and try something new because I actually have seen this maybe 2 times, 3 times in some vegan groups. It was not hard to make. It's pretty good. It has a little pop of heat because they called for habanero peppers, but I didn't have those, so I just used jalapeno. But I believe I will try it at some point with the habanero pepper. Very easy to make, not hard at all. And I enjoyed it, so I probably will make it again. All right, this right here is a different burger mix. All right, the base of this also is walnut, but the texture is very different. Now, I can pat it together. I've actually had this for meatballs with my pesto. And it was very interesting because it does not have a smooth texture. As you can see, it's very nutty. It calls for sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and you process it, but it's not going to process down smoothly because it doesn't call for a lot of liquid. It's all right. I think it would take some getting used to. I have to pat it out into a patty to see how I like it. I think that I will like it, but again, it's just a different texture. It reminds me of those black bean burgers I made a while back, just because it's not that smooth. All right, let me move on. In the back, I went ahead and I made that walnut cheese a third time, and I added more turmeric this time. Like I said, I have been wanting to for the color, and I'm not certain if you can tell, but it's actually more yellow than orange. So I'm not certain if I'm going to keep trying to work on the color. The taste is fine. So next time I make it, I may add turmeric. I may not. I may add some more nutritional yeast. I don't know. I may keep playing around with it, or I may just keep it like it is. It's fine. All right, now this little bitty cup, I made some raw sour cream. The base is cashews. I flavored it with onion and garlic powder and also some chives. It tastes like sour cream to me. Now, I'll tell you, it's been almost 7 months since I've had sour cream, so my taste buds are a little bit different now, but it was good. I tried them on those seed crackers. I tried them on cucumbers, and I like it. I'm pretty sure I will make it again. But when a recipe calls for a cashew base, I don't make it a lot because cashews are expensive. But for every once in a while, it's pretty good. Even Mario liked it. All right, moving along. I went ahead and I chopped down that coconut, and I used it for this vanilla bean ice cream. And it's frozen still. This is my second time making it. And I thought the texture would actually be smoother and creamier because the last time I used coconut shreds. However, it's not. The taste is nice, but the texture is just off because I took that coconut and I cut it into chunks. And probably what I should have done was take my cheese grater and shredded it down. And I still have a coconut left. So I may just do that because actually I want to try a raw apple pie. So if I make it, I will probably bring it back and let you all know what I think about the texture. But I tried not to put things on the show if it's been at least 3 times. So we'll see. Moving right along. This is the sun tea that I made. This is lemon hibiscus sun tea. I had an excellent day to make this sun tea. All right, the color is just beautiful. I knew that it was going to be a beautiful color just as soon as I started making it, when I could just see that loose tea. Very beautiful color, wonderful flavor. I will make this again. I'm actually going to be traveling to Cincy soon, and I am thinking about making some sun tea with my little niece because I'm sure she has never had that before. And this might be a contender because I want to get a flavor I think she'll like. She's only 5. So I will let you know what the next sun tea is that I make. Just a few more things. I've got this Tuscan style extra sweet melon for Mario and I to try. We will eat a little bit, and we will also use some in some juice. I've never tried it before, but I saw it. I thought it was interesting. Have you tried it before? All right, there's that coconut that I told you I still have. I probably will use it for ice cream, like I said, but it was tough to crack open. And this is supposed to be an easy crack because you can see how they've got it kind of perforated right there. but it still took a good amount of work for me to crack open. Have you ever cracked open a coconut? What's your experience with fresh coconut? I don't know. After this, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy any more. It was very tough. And lastly, I've got more peaches. I know. I am all peached out. I've done so many peach dishes this summer. Peach tea, peaches and biscuits, peach pudding, peach sherbet. I'm sure I'm missing out on something. Peach smoothies. Uh, it might be even more. But I've got one last peach recipe to make. And I actually had to get these pepper flakes, red hot pepper flakes, but it says Aleppo pepper flakes. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You think you can guess what it is just by that new ingredient that I had to get? Let me know in the comments. All right, and that is me, Gloria, on Homestead Thursdays. This was a shorter edition, and that's okay. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. Switch it up. And I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Shalom.